Francis, you hear me, you know what's up.
Why did boxing sensation Deontay Wilder make a guest appearance at a Professional Fighters League event in June? Well, to talk about a potential boxing and MMA fight with Francis Ngannou. Unfortunately, the Cameroonian wasn't present at the event that took place on June 8th, or else we would have had another viral face-off. Nevertheless, Wilder has a message for Ngannou.
He know what the deal is, you know. Francis, you hear me, you know what's up. But now we I was at the PFL to enjoy some fighting, to shake a couple of hands with a couple of people, and talk business as well. And Francis is one of those names that definitely came up, and that keep coming up. So hopefully we can get something on the schedule in the near future that we can present to the people and make this fight become a reality.
Deontay Wilder is serious about fighting Ngannou in a boxing ring and in a cage, but their stars have so far not aligned, which is why the boxing phenom is focused on Andy Ruiz for now. Another name that's often mentioned with Ngannou is Tyson Fury, who's expected to make a big fight announcement in a week or so, according to his promoter. Fury's next fight, according to Frank Warren, will be a game changer.
Tyson's been training constantly for a fight, so, this will all settle down because, as I say, there'll be a bit of a game changer in a couple of weeks' time. It'll be a massive game changer, and it's going to be interesting to see the fallout from it.
Boxing fans believe the game changer is a potential fight between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou, and maybe under special rules. Quote, "In the absence of Anthony Joshua and Alexander Usyk, the only potential opponent that would qualify as a game changer is Francis Ngannou. Those are Fury's 3 most lucrative fights." Another one said, and I quote, "It's going to be some crappy crossover fight involving Jon Jones or Francis Ngannou," thus confirming that Fury is no longer interested in fighting any of the top heavyweight boxers anymore. He wants to do a Mayweather and just have silly exhibition fights from now on, like this or Derek Chisora. The only difference is Mayweather has officially retired, while Fury's pretending he isn't. Do you also think Frank Warren is talking about a potential fight between Tyson Fury and Francis Ngannou? Dillon Danis has slammed Sean O'Malley, but why? Well, let's find out. But before we dive deeper into that story, please subscribe to our channel and turn on those notifications. Thank you. Dillon Danis has clapped back at Sean O'Malley for quote-unquote wishing death upon him. In a recent episode of his podcast, O'Malley said that if there was one person in this world he wouldn't want to be, it's Dillon Danis.
If I had to pick one person in this world not to be, it would be Dillon Danis. I would be like, holy shit, please just put a bullet in my head. I do not want to be that guy.
Danis didn't like O'Malley's comments, and he fired back at him in a since-deleted tweet saying, quote, "Wishing death upon me shows how much of a pussy you are at heart. I truly hope Aljamain Sterling puts an old-school New York beating on your snitch ass." What does Chael Sonnen have to say about Jon Jones ESPY nomination? Jon Jones has been nominated for the Best MMA Fighter ESPY alongside Amanda Nunes, Islam Makhachev, and Leon Edwards. UFC middleweight champion Israel Adesanya, who scored a huge knockout win against Alex Pereira to reclaim his title at UFC 287, didn't make the cut, despite tweeting that he deserves to win several ESPYs. Daniel Cormier thinks that the UFC heavyweight champion doesn't deserve a place among the nominees because he only has 1 win in 3 years.
I just don't know if one fight in the year against Cyril Gane puts you in that position.
Chael Sonnen doesn't mind Jones getting nominated, however.
The guy sat out for 3 years. And by the way, those aren't 3 good years. They're 3 years of hard living. And he came back and captured the championship. That is absolutely amazing. But if you watch the match and you know what you're looking for, there was some deception, which creates for some misconception. I like Jon for the nomination of the ESPY. I do. I think you'd have a hard time explaining to somebody how he got a nod over Adesanya. But I do like.
Jon Jones beat Cyril Gane to win the heavyweight title at UFC 285, and he will likely defend it against Stipe Miocic. But he's also going back and forth with Tyson Fury, and recently had a friendly face-off with Francis Ngannou at a PFL event, after which fans and pros alike started calling for a cross-promotional fight between the two. Dana White was quick to put out the fire, however.
It wouldn't work.
Okay.
It wouldn't work.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Francis was here. Jon Jones wanted that fight the whole time. We tried to make the fight with Francis. Yeah.
Do you agree with Chael Sonnen? What holes did Kevin Lee see in Khabib's game? Back when Kevin Lee was a rising star in the UFC lightweight division, Khabib Nurmagomedov was ripping through everybody with ease. Yet, the Motown phenom saw many holes in his game. Unfortunately, Lee never got the chance to expose Khabib's weaknesses since he went on a losing run and parted ways with the UFC while Khabib retired. Interestingly, Lee competed in Khabib's Eagle Fighting Championship once before signing with the UFC again, and here we are. Ahead of his return to the octagon against Rinat Fakhretdinov, Lee has finally revealed the holes he saw in the Eagles game.
I thought that his body was open. I thought that he stood very square. I thought that, that pressure forward style and kind of take it on the chin doesn't lend well to shots to the body. And it would have opened up eventually for a head kick or some type of kicks to the head. It's interesting, but it's kind of pointless at the end of the day. He's gone and it didn't happen. So there's no sense in focusing on the past.
Lee also gave his thoughts on Mark Zuckerberg versus Elon Musk, revealing that he was asked to train with the Meta co-founder, who the UFC veteran believes is legit.
I got an offer to go and train with Zuckerberg.
Oh, really?
And he's legit. He's for real. Like, he's really into it. He's really, going out there and competing. They say he put a hat on, a hoodie up and everything, walking out so nobody would bother him. Like, he for real. He a real man for that.
Brandon Moreno is the latest in the long list of UFC fighters who sees a future for himself in boxing. The UFC flyweight champion will put his title on the line at UFC 290 against Alexandre Pantoja, who holds 2 victories over the Mexican. For now, the Assassin Baby is fully focused on his MMA career, but down the road, he'd like to step inside a boxing ring as well, win or lose.
I have this desire inside of me, like I want to try to do some boxing in the future.
Nice.
My coach say I can do something nice, so
yeah.
I believe in him. Obviously, if they knock me out in the first round in my first boxing match, I would say something like, okay, I try at least.
Yeah.
Moreno suffered his first loss at the hands of Pantoja in TUF 2016, and his second one a couple years later in the UFC. This time around, the champ believes that the result will be different because he's grown leaps and bounds.
I said this before, and I'm gonna say this right now. He never fought against the best Brandon Moreno in that moment when we fought each other. But right now, I'm just focused on him. I'm just training for him, doing the game plan for him, and I'm ready, man.
Do you see a future for Brandon Moreno in boxing? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. To stay up to date with the latest happenings in the world of MMA and boxing, please subscribe to Takedown MMA and turn on those notifications. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.